When you're game planning against a quarterback who played at the FCS level, how different is that watching tape and kind of knowing that it was a lesser competition for him in years past?
Uh, it's not. I don't really look at it because he's the number one guy for them. He makes plays out of nothing. He can kill you with the legs and with the arms. So you really got to be focused on caging this guy. He's know the system well. He came from the coach from Incarnate Ward, so he's really familiar with the offense. So he's gonna run the show for them. So we gotta be really focused on him. I feel like once we take him out the game plan, then the rest will do itself.
Any offense that you would compare this air raid to that you've played against before?
Uh, no, not really. I really haven't seen it. They like to do a lot of counters and a lot of trying to get you out trying to get you out your gaps and stuff like that. So you just gotta play fundamental sound football because they want to make you pop gaps with all these gap schemes, and they're gonna hit one on you. So I think that's the only thing about that.
What expectations did you have of yourself, Jordan, entering the season and the opportunity to be a starter and be as much of a contributor as you have been so far? How has it kind of lined up with what your expectations were?
Oh yeah, I think my expectations just coming in, just stopping the run. Like I think I take pride in that. It's something I look forward to in practice and in the game. So, I think I'm meeting that expectation. We got a good front up front. We got a lot of guys that can play, and yeah, that's my expectation coming in and being a starter.
What are some of the main issues that you've seen in this Cougar Raid offense when going through film?
Issues, like issues for us or issues like they
Issues
have.
for you guys, yeah. Like, what are you guys, looking to stop?
Oh, just the counter, man. Because they kill a lot of people with the counters. A lot of guys, not disciplined. Just hopping out their gaps, and then extended plays. Like this quarterback likes to run around. He can kill you with his legs, and then he can extend plays. So the back end of the D line, rushing them, and then our corners and safeties plastering. So I think that's going to be a huge issue we're going to have to focus on. Not letting this guy try to extend plays and don't let him use his legs on us.
One of the things you talked about when you came here from Nebraska was having the chance to win big games. How did it feel last weekend?
Oh yeah, last weekend, man, it was everything we talked about, in the summer and all these workouts and conditioning. Like we were built for these big games. That's why in the summer we'll be in Austin running stadiums. Like we build those moments to like last weekend. To see that win and to see our hard work pay off. It was a good feeling to be on the winning side of it. And
I asked Casey this a couple weeks ago at this point, but you and Casey both get the first start against at Georgia and Atlanta, and
Yeah.
you guys have started every game since. Just
Yeah.
what does that mean as two Nebraska guys to come over here
Man,
and be on the
it's
line?
amazing, man, and I wouldn't want it no other way. Me and Casey's pretty close. I just think our work shows. Hard work shows, and I feel like we got the greatest opportunity to play. For Oregon, man, and we just always talk about we never would have thought we would be here, but it's crazy where football would take you.
Yeah, how has having him here helped you grow comfortable?
It definitely made the transition easy. Just knowing that you know a guy that been with you for the past 2-3 years, it just makes the transition easy, and it's good to have him here with me.
What are some of the biggest takeaways you've had with working with Coach Tuioti or working alongside somebody like Brandon Dorlus on that defensive front?
Oh yeah, man. BD, man, he's the leader of the D line, man. We're pretty much behind him. We go as he go. But there's so much talent on the D line. So many leaders. A lot of guys, we speak highly of or we highly respect. And then Coach T, man, he's just a sensei, man. He give us all the tools that we need, for the game plan, whether it's against the O line or our own O line. So. He's the sensei. He gives us all the tools we need, man. He's a great coach and mentor.
Coach Lanning's talked about having a physical mindset as your identity, and that was shown against BYU. You guys stopped the run up the middle a lot. They like to do that to get their game plan established.
Yeah.
Did you guys talk about that before, and what did you feel about that performance?
Yeah, that's how we feel. Like we always have to stop the run, and I think that's with any game plan. With any team. I don't think any team is just going to come out, passing the ball. I think a lot of teams are going to try to, see if we can stop the run, and we like that. We like to, stop the run. I think, the Georgia game, it's kind of frustrating because we were expecting the run inside, and they did a lot of perimeter runs, but The D-line, we really look forward to stopping the run because now we know we get a chance to rush the quarterback. So that's what we look first, stopping the run first, and then the rest will take care of itself.
And do you enjoy games like the BYU one more because you're more involved in stopping that up the middle run?
Yes, yeah, I love BYU game because I knew they was gonna run. I knew they was gonna force us to stay in our gaps. So yeah, I was really excited about the BYU game.
How frustrating is that for you when a team does all this stuff on the perimeter and doesn't give you a real opportunity to make your impact?
Well, Coach Todd, she always talk about stack monsters, so we just know that we gotta burst out the stack, and it is what it is. Like, we do anything that's expected of the team. So if they're not gonna run inside, then we're just gonna have to run to the ball. And there's more has to the ball, the more chance we get them down. So it's frustrating, but it is part of the game.
Oregon's offensive line hasn't allowed a sack this season.
Yeah.
How many times have you gotten in there and gotten a sack during practice?
We got a couple stats on them, but man, they're vets, man. They've been here a while. They know each other. They play good with each other, and I think we get those expensive reps because they're so good, man. And we get to go against them every day. I think we get the best look in the country. Cause in my opinion, I think they're the best O-line in the Pac-12, and we get to see them every day. So when it's game day, it's no different, because we're going against those vets and stuff like that. So I think having them is really important, and they really help us out. So I can't thank them enough for the looks they give us every day and stuff like that.
Coach Lanning was talking about Jordan James' role as a power back. You're going up against him every day. Just how big is he in those holes?
Oh yeah, Jordan James. He's coming, man. He's a fresh. He's not scared to stick his nose in there, man. I really like Jordan James because he helped us to see what type of backs we're gonna have in this league. We got a couple power backs that we're gonna see, and he give us a great look. He's so young, and he got a lot. He's gonna be special for real.
Oregon broke out that jumbo package against BYU. In practice, when you guys have gone against it, were you at all surprised to see how effective it was against BYU?
No, just because we so attention to detail. We go through it with the walkthrough, practice, after practice. So it's no brainer when you see it success. You see it succeed. So I think the repetition and the preparation helps us.
Going back to James, and he and Dollars kind of switched off from those third down. Dollars got in a lot against Eastern Washington on third down. What kind of different approaches did they present?
James, he's more a power back, as you say. He's going to come downhill, and Dollars more like a scat back. He was going to hit the perimeter, cut backs. That's the difference between them. Dollars is more a scat back, and James more power.